Welcome back. Guess what? Barry's son is racing right now. We interviewed him before. Tell us about it. What's happening?
Okay, this is the Pro Mod class. This is my son, Tyler Salzman, in the inside lane, Sean Reed in the outside lane.
Oh.
The lids are down. We couldn't have timed it any better. Here they
Here
go.
we go.
And left lane, we had a 570. Right lane, we had a 560. Sean Reed was the victor in that round. They ran 164, 165 mile an hour. They both had about identical reaction times. They're pretty close.
Oh,
Wow.
that looks very similar to me. Like when those numbers popped up, I was like, that looks identical.
Yeah, those two guys are going to run pretty close. They're not going to give you anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you decide the victor on that one?
Well, on that one right there, the lights were both good. Neither one of them red lit, but they were very close. Like one of them, I think, was an 040 and one of them was an 050. So you're talking 45 thousandths, 50 thousandths of a second. And then they come down to the end of the track, and one of them ran a 570. One of them ran just perfect run, almost 560.
Wow. Okay.
So, you know, the shorter math equation inside of the bracket, and you're the winner.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That
Now,
was awesome.
Will Tyler do the two more?
He'll do 2 more rounds today.
Two
yes.
more rounds.
He
Okay,
sure will.
gotcha,
He'll do 2
gotcha.
more
Now,
rounds.
Tyler was telling us, so far coming in, he's in the lead. So he just has to maintain that then throughout the weekend?
Yes, he does. And, you know, as long as he, I think the way it's figured, he's registered, of course, and as long as he qualifies, I think he's got it.
Oh.
Okay.
He's not, like you ask about who's the better driver.
Right.
Oh, Dad didn't even have to come, but I put on the race, so I come on anyway.
We did hear that. We heard you just have to show up.
I just have to show up, yeah. And that's just because Danny won't give me a check if I don't. You know.
Oh.
I mean,
There you go.
Are we allowed to talk about, there are prizes involved if you win?
yes. Every time we assemble here, the purse, just counting the purse paid out on the race, is $33,200. It's an advertised purse. Also, we have reaction pot money, which is whoever gets the closest to the light at the starting line. They have a reaction pot, and the club puts $500 in it, and everything they put in is $10 a piece to register. So sometimes they're sitting here seeing who can cut the best light to win $1,000.
Wow.
Wow.
And then there's number 1 qualifier money, and so it's you've got quite a bit of money on the line. You really do.
That's awesome.
That's
I mean, there's
awesome.
There's some coin involved.
There is definitely some coin involved.
Yeah.
But it's not easy money. This is
Yeah.
hard.
Now the first 3 classes, like for instance, like Top Alcohol Hydro, Pro Outlaw, and Pro Mod, the 3 capsule. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. You're
Those
welcome.
3 classes, the total purse, which is on a 70-30 split, you know, first place gets the 70, second place gets the 30. The money in the first 3 classes is $6,600 for Top Alcohol Hydro, 70-30 split, $5,600 for Pro Outlaw, and $5,000 for Pro Mod. Now this is my class that I run right here. This is Quick Eliminator. You got Rock Guthrie in the outside lane, and I think that's David Wehunt on the inside lane. This is a 6-second index. This is the fastest open boat class we have.
Okay.
Okay,
So we're open boat.
High speeds, right?
Yeah, you know, you're probably going to see 145, 150 right here. Like I say, this will go a lot quicker because these guys will drive to the trailer. They'll go in the hole.
Here we go.
And
Wow.
the winner picker says, right lane, Mr. Wehunt almost qualified for Pro Mod there. Matter of fact, he was a little fast for that. He run a 5:56.
Wow.
So he's went clean on past the next class, and that's because of the cool air this morning, and it slipped up on him. Rock ran a 6:12, and that put him in a good position. I mean, it won't take number 1 qualifier, but it will be a good position to start with.
So all of the numbers that you're telling us right now on the 3 qualifiers, do you take the sum of the difference? How does it add up with all the numbers?
Like he just ran a 6:12. He'll go back and try and improve on that. If he comes back and runs a 6:05, we take that number.
Okay.
Whichever one of your qualifying passes is the best is what we take to pair you for eliminations.
Okay.
And then there's a pairing chart for how many boats you have.
Yep.
Like, you know, just if there was 16 boats, number 1's going to race number 16. Should be a no-brainer,
Yeah.
but don't count him out because 16 will come back on you. Yeah.
I just curious. Is there a certain lane that you would prefer to be in, right versus left, or
It
same old,
doesn't
same
matter
old?
to me either one, but I do kind of like looking off my right side. I do like to look at the clock off my right, but this is something in your mind.
That's just personal.
I'm right-handed.
Okay.
I do everything right.
There you go.
Well, to me, I think like if you've had good luck, let's say in the right lane, you want to keep
You
the
want
right
to
lane.
keep that right
All right,
lane.
here's another pair.
Here we go.
All right, we got another one.
We have Kathy Frank in the outside lane, and we have, I'm thinking, Sambo Smith in the inside lane. Kathy Frank's from Florida. Sambo Smith is from Arkansas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, these are 6-second boats.
6 second. Okay.
Yeah, this one on the inside, this is a hydro. The one on the outside, it's a jet boat. It's a little different. There's different kinds of hulls here.
Okay.
Okay? There's all different kinds.
And hydros can go against jets.
Hydros can go against jets, flat bottoms. We have them all. And she's having problems. And Sambo runs a 607. And Kathy Frank was having trouble. Sambo will be #1 qualifier right now. He just trumped Rock. He run 140 mile an hour.
Yeah.
So Sambo has #1 qualifying spot at this minute, but that is subject to change.
Yes.
You know what's funny, Maddie? As talking to Barry now for 2 years, now I can see when a boat is having trouble. I couldn't tell you what it was, but you can tell when something's not exactly right.
Like I say, it's late in the year. Hey, everything's took abuse. Last year at the last race I was at, and I went out to Phoenix and raced with another club. It was November, and I hadn't raced in a couple months, and I'm like, man, we need to rebuild the motor, but it'll take one more punch. Well, it didn't make it.
It
So
did
all
not.
the way to Phoenix, and I got down to 3 boats, and the motor give it up, and made the winter a little longer, but we're here. We got it all back together about 5 days before time to come.
So you're saying don't rest on your laurels. You got to keep working on it.
Oh, you keep working on it all the time, yeah. Yeah, constantly.
Yeah.
Even if there's nothing wrong with it, you take it apart and look at it and see if there is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have time for one more race before the next commercial break.
Okay.
All right.
So who do we got coming up?
Now, let's see. We have Jeff Young in the inside lane, and I cannot identify who's in the outside lane. Here, let's.
It's very hard to see from this far away. Your eyes are really good
I
because
was
you've been
gonna say,
identifying.
I can't see.
I've got somebody that's come in new, and I don't know his name. I would identify the boat. I've seen it in the pits, but I don't know the gentleman's name. But Jeff Miller is in the inside lane, and again, these are 6-second boats. Yeah, that is Rick. I think that's Rick Kornowski in the outside lane, who that is.
Woo!
And at the finish line, Jeff Miller in the inside lane runs a 663. Rick Kornowski run a 647. Neither one of those will do any good for qualifying. They'll have to improve on that.
Okay.
It shows Jeff being the winner simply because I think Rick was a little early in the light. But, yeah, those 2 passes there, that's going to have to improve.
Okay.
That's
Improve
slower
too.
than the next class down.
Got it. Okay.
All right, guys. Hey, don't go anywhere. More fun from Lucas Oil Speedway and this drag boat racing right after this. Wow, that's awesome.
Woohoo!